When can I retire? It's a question that I get a lot, and so wanted to have a lunchtime bite today talking through how to think about answering that question. A quick story first. I was talking with a Disney cast member. I work with a lot of Disney cast members, and she was telling me about something that happened all the time, or happened all the time. When the parade was running, someone would come up to her and ask, "When's the 3 o'clock parade?" And she'd look and think and kind of smile and say, 3 o'clock. When is the 3 o'clock parade? It's at 3 o'clock, obviously. But what she then got to was that is a surface level question, but really what they're asking is more details as far as where should they be standing, maybe what time should they start to prepare to be able to watch that parade. Is there anything that they should be thinking of besides when it starts? It's just the natural inclination was to ask when the 3 o'clock parade started, and so sometimes when I think about questions I get, that's a natural inclination to have kind of a higher level question, but really what's being asked is a little bit deeper level thought as far as how do we think about this, and when can you retire? That's a question that certainly is top of mind for a lot of people, especially those that are near retirement. Retirement in general, I think, is at a phase where the idea of retirement is changing, and certainly folks that are not near retirement, typical retirement age, are not thinking as much about retirement. But those that are near retirement, there are a few key ages to be potentially factoring in when you're thinking about when can you retire. So I wanted to go through those five key ages when it comes to thinking about when can you retire. So the first age that most people start to think about retirement is 59 and a half. As they're getting closer to 59 and a half, why did Congress choose 59 and a half? That's written in the tax code. And so that was obviously something that Congress did. I don't know why exactly they chose 59 and a half, but nonetheless, 59 and a half is when a lot of the tax penalties for withdrawals out of your retirement accounts, those drop off. So if you are ready to retire at 59 and a half in one day, you can take money out of your 401k or IRA. Of course, there's a traditional 401k, traditional IRA. There's still ordinary income taxes, but the 10% penalty is gone. Same thing with a non-qualified annuity. Any of the earnings, any 10% penalty is going to be gone. So that's one age to think about is 59 and a half. The second age to think about is 62. 62 is a time when you're able to start claiming Social Security. And Social Security for a lot of people is going to be a major part of their income, if not all of their income for some people. Hopefully not, but that is the case for a lot of people. So 62 is when you're able to start claiming Social Security. Social Security starts at 62. However, that's a reduced benefit. So you're able to earn less money over time when you start at 62. So should you retire at 62? I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that a lot of people are looking at 62 as a retirement age because they can start claiming Social Security at that point in time. The next age that folks look at is age 65. 65 is often thought about as full retirement age per Social Security, but that is the case for some people. But a lot of people that are looking at retiring now and into the future, it's actually 67, so we'll talk about that next. But at 65, a major thing happens called Medicare. Medicare, you're eligible for Medicare at age 65, whether that's traditional Medicare or a Medicare Advantage plan. There's different pros and cons to the different types of Medicare, and that would be a conversation for another day. Yet 65 is when you are eligible for Medicare. Medicare can be quite the cost savings from a health insurance standpoint. If you try to retire before 65, looking at health insurance costs is a major factor to your ability to retire. And so a lot of folks wait until the 65 so they can use Medicare for health insurance purposes. Another aspect of 65 is a lot of pensions. That's when they max out as far as their maximum benefit. Like I mentioned, I work with a lot of Disney cast members, Disney employees, and the Disney pension maxes out at 65. And so a lot of people look at retiring from Disney at 65 because of the pension maxing out at that point in time. The next age is full retirement age. Full retirement age is dictated by Social Security, and there's age, there's basically based on the year that you were born will determine your full retirement age. And so that is a time when you can retire and claim your Social Security benefit for the full benefit that you're due. So if you retire at full retirement age, let's say it's age 67, then you're going to be able to get your full Social Security benefit without it being reduced. If you wait past that, then you get an increased benefit, but at least you get the full benefit that you're due at full retirement age. And so that's an age that a lot of folks think about as far as retirement. And then the last age that I would say, the fifth thing that I would comment on is sometimes you get to the age or get to the point where you just say enough is enough. And you're just kind of over it and you're ready to stop. Hopefully you've done planning up to that point where you're able to stop. But I've even met with some people that they're just over the corporate, the rat race, the bureaucracy, the red tape. They say all these different things, but they basically get to a point where they say enough is enough and want to have the plans, hopefully, to be able to make enough income to last the rest of their lives. And so enough is enough is a sign of somewhat of a loose age, but many people know when they get there and they just know it's time and I want to be done and I'm out. So as a recap, the 5 ages that I talk to or we think about with clients a lot is at 59 and a half, because that's when the tax penalties drop off of your retirement accounts for the most part. At 62, because that's when you could start to claim Social Security. At 65, because that's when you're able to be eligible for Medicare and all of the benefits that Medicare bring. And also it allows potentially for your pension to be maximized as well. And then at full retirement age is the fourth age that most people start to think about retirement. And then the last one is enough is enough. And maybe you never get there. So I have some clients that work well into their 70s, even in their 80s, because they enjoy the work and they just want to keep going. And there's no real reason to stop. However, a lot of folks also get to that point where they say enough is enough and they're ready to tap out. And so let me share a story about a client that I worked with recently that was the case. He worked at Disney, was ready to retire, just had gotten to the point where enough was enough. And he met with me, and so we started to run the analysis. And he wanted to see, could he retire? He's age 60, or just at that time was 59, about to be 60, and wanted to just go ahead and get done as soon as he possibly could. He had the pension that was going to start at 65, and so he also had done well, had saved well, had his 401k saved up, had some stock and some mutual funds, and so was able to pull all of that together. And when we ran the numbers, it actually was beneficial in that he could in fact retire at 60 or just at 59 and a half. And so that's what he did. And he's using his savings and investments to live off of, because his pension is growing at a pretty high rate. So he wants to wait to claim his pension at 65 and live off of his savings between 60 and 65. Of course, that's just one story. That's not specific advice for you, or not saying that you should exactly do that. It's always good to talk with your tax advisor, your financial advisor, of course. All of this has just been general education, but I hope it gives you an idea of some ideas of things that you maybe could consider doing yourself. My name is Kyle Newell, and I am a fee-only financial planner here in Winter Garden, Florida. I serve the Central Florida area locally, person to person, and in person, I guess, but also could do the Zoom meetings and phone calls nationally as well. And I work with a lot of folks as they're planning that transition into retirement. Would be happy to help you. If you have any questions, please do visit my website. It's www.newellwm.com. That's NEWELLWM.com. Or if you like this video, give me a like, give me a comment. Would love to be able to meet and chat. And I hope you have a wonderful day. If you have any questions, again, please do reach out. Again, my name is Kyle Newell, and have a wonderful day. Thank you.